Rock Hill Police, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get out. Get out. Oh, shut that door. Get out.
I live here.
Come out of the house.
I live here.
Come out of the house.
A 71-year-old man, naked and held at gunpoint by Rock Hill police officers. Jethro Devane is pulled out of his home in the middle of the night.
Just you?
Officers searched his home without a warrant.
Every one of them that came in my house that night should be fired.
So how did we get here?
I was tired, sleepy.
Well, back on June 3rd, Devane says he was sleeping the way he usually sleeps.
I don't have no clothes on. I'm naked as a jaybird.
At his home off Barber Street.
And I just laid there and I was looking at the light.
He woke up to flashlights. He didn't know officers were in the area looking for 4 boys who they believed were breaking into cars. Devane says he opened his back door to see what was going on.
Piercy, come over here. This back door's open on this house.
But officers saw the door open and believed their suspects could be hiding out inside. 17 seconds after one officer called for backup, Officer Vincent Mentasana arrived with his gun drawn. And Devane says his life, well, it'll never be the same.
Rock Hill Police, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get out. Get out.
The naked man tries to explain that it's his home.
Come out of the house. I live here. Come out of the house.
But officers pull their guns and place him against a wall.
Come out of the house.
He doesn't exactly fit the description of their juvenile suspects.
I'm 71 years old, man. Are you crazy?
As more officers arrived, he says he was terrified of what could have gone wrong.
He could blew my brains out back there, and all 6 of them would tell a lie.
How often do you think this happens to other people?
I probably all the time. If they black and poor and they ain't got no money, they ain't gonna say nothing.
Officers searched the home and found nothing.
All right, the reason we did that was because we got a group of 4 juveniles, what we think 4 males, running around trying to break into cars.
They still did not have no business in there.
Devane filed a complaint with the Rock Hill Police Department. In their response, which he provided to Fox 46, Chief Chris Watts sustained the allegation that Officer Mentasana was discourteous to him, but said there was no improper search. The department tells Fox 46 the home looked abandoned and there was reasonable belief the subjects ran inside, so they entered in the interest of public safety. Devane says the department told him officers were allowed to search his home because they were in hot pursuit of their suspects.
So how can you be in pursuit chasing somebody when you don't see them at all?
But you can't see anyone on Officer Mentasana's body camera footage.
He was just like Clint Eastwood or John Wayne running up and down the street.
There would have to be some type of hot pursuit.
Fox 46 reached out to attorney Walter Bowers, who's also a former CMPD officer, for his opinion of the footage.
I don't want to talk to you. Face the house right now.
He says from what he's seen, the officers had no right to go through the door because hot pursuit means you actually have to be in sight of who you're chasing.
The video certainly does not give us anything to support that they were in hot pursuit. It does not support an exigent circumstance, and without a doubt, the homeowner did not give consent.
Once these officers have finished clearing the house, I'll fix and explain to you what we got going on.
It's video Devane says the department didn't want released.
Finally, I get to go in to see the cap. I want the tape. Oh, we can't release tape like this because it's got all that hanging down, which is my penis and all. We can't we can't let this out. Because, see, you might want to take it to a TV station, and they see this penis hanging out. We can't do all. Sir, I don't care what you see hanging out. I want the tape.
But after seeing it, he feels Officer Mentasana was reckless with his weapon.
I ain't never seen him before. We don't play like that. No, that's ridiculous.
After officers left Devane's home, they noticed a man sleeping in a car parked in the neighbor's driveway, and again, Officer Mentasana drew his gun.
Hey, we got a guy right here. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. I don't care if it's private property. You think I care?
Other officers didn't seem concerned.
Yeah, Vinny, we talked to him.
One officer points out the man was asleep.
Yes, Improper, 28-year-old.
I just pointed my gun at him.
While one officer laughs at what happened. But to Devane,
He needs to resign. He needs to be fired.
none of this is funny.
Oh, shut that door. Get out.
And then the most embarrassing thing is what? It was a young lady standing there. And I don't have no, just because she's a police lady, he said, well, she's used to looking at people naked. Oh, so y'all go around and jack people up all the time with their fang out at 4 o'clock in the morning? You used to looking at them? What y'all, bunch of freaks?
Now, we completely understand that officers put their lives on the line each and every night, and we are thankful for that. That's why we reached out to the Rock Hill Police Department to do an on-camera interview and explain their side of things, but they have repeatedly declined to go on camera with Fox 46 Charlotte about what went down here off Barber Street. So where we're reporting live, David Centendry, Fox 46 Charlotte.
That is one of your most eye-opening stories I have ever seen, David. Thank you.
Brian and Diana, I've been on the phone all day with state lawmakers and attorneys who believe this 71-year-old man was completely wronged by Rock Hill Police.
Rock Hill Police, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get out. Get out.
71-year-old Jethro William Devane will never forget when Rock Hill police officers pulled him out of his home at gunpoint in the middle of the night while he was completely naked.
This ain't their first time doing this. This is the first time they ever got caught doing this.
Officers were searching for kids who may have broken into a car when Devane woke up from their flashlights outside his window.
And it was a very white light.
He decided to check it out.
I cracked the door.
But when he cracked that door,
Piercy, come over here. This back door's open on this house.
officers thought their juvenile suspects may have went inside since they thought the home was abandoned.
Oh, shut that door.
That's when Officer Vincent Mentasana, along with others, drew his gun on the 71-year-old.
I got to concentrate on him because he's got the gun. He can take my life any minute. So I got to defuse this situation.
Now, Fox 46's investigation is getting results. A state lawmaker is meeting with Rock Hill's chief of police and might request the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division to investigate the department.
These officers were looking for kids, breaking into cars, and this is an elderly man, 71 years old, inside of his home. They instantly treated him less than a human, in my opinion.
Civil rights activist John Barnett says Devane was smart to request body camera footage from Rock Hill PD, which people involved in a case are allowed to obtain in South Carolina. It wasn't until recently body cameras became the norm. So a lot of this stuff was possibly happening.
It was going on even more.
Do you think officers would have behaved like this in a rich, predominantly white neighborhood?
Absolutely not. Those officers would have asked politely. They would have made sure that person was covered and dressed.
The Rock Hill Police Department has repeatedly declined to interview with Fox 46.
The police department in Rock Hill needs not only a sensitivity class, but they need extreme diversity training.
And since they thought this home Devane lives in was abandoned, Barnett believes they need to better emphasize community policing.
Hell, I don't even know this man at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Devane couldn't agree more, but for now,
Get out.
he's just thankful to be alive.
Because he's getting himself off on a natural high that, hey, I'm a police officer. You know what I can do? You know, I run things around here.
At this time, Devane is sorting through his legal options. We're reporting live in the newsroom. David Centendry, Fox 46, Charlotte.
Quite a story, David. Getting results. Thank you.